Okay, let's start with 56. Okay, this cursor wasn't showing up. Anyway, Group 1 shows some common percents found in many everyday situations. And Group 2 are fractional equivalents of these percentages. Match the fractions in Group 2 with their equivalent percentages in Group 1. Okay, so let's do A. 1/3. So you take 1/3 and you multiply by 100, you get 33. So it's 33%, 33.33%. So that matches up with F, which is 33.3, or 33 1/3%. Okay, B is equal to 1/50th. Take 1/50th times 100. This is going to be, you end up with 2. So that's 2%, and that is C. So big C is 3/4. If you take 3/4 times 100, you get 75, so that's 75%. Capital D is 1/10. 1/10 times 100 is 10. So we have 10%, which is B. Capital E is 1/4. And 1/4 is the same as 0.25 multiplied by 100 is 25%, which is A. Excuse me. Okay, so it's 25%. And then F is, capital F is 1/5, which is 0.2 times 100 is 20, which is 20%. So we have small d, which is 20%. So these are common. 1/3 is 33.33%. 1/50 is 2%. 3/4 is 0.75%. This is 10%. 25%. 12%. Okay, let's do 58 because it's a review of Venn diagrams. So it says the Venn diagram shows the number of elements in the 4 regions formed. So there's 4 regions. There's the whole thing, the universal set. We have set A, which includes 16 and 6. We have set B, which includes 6 and 8. And we have the overlap, which is the intersection. So it says, what percentage of the elements in the universe are A intersect B? Well, A intersect B. A intersect B is that 6 in the middle where they overlap. So A intersect is 6. And the total number of elements you have to count, total is going to be 16 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10. So we get 16 plus 2, 22 plus 8 is 30 plus 10 is 40. So that's the total. So the percentage that are here is you just take the amount that are in that set and divide by the total number. And then to get it in the percent, we need to multiply by 100. This will give us a decimal by multiplying by 100 gives us percent. So we get 6 divided by 40 times 100, and you get 15. So the answer is 15% are in this intersection. Okay, B is what percentage of elements in the universe are in A but not in B? So we have 16 plus 6 in A, and we have 16 that are in A but not in B. So what percentage of the elements in the universe, which is 40, are in A but not in B? So that's 16, is that? So 16 divided by the total number, again times 100 to get in percentage. So we have 16 divided by 40 times 100 is 40%. C is what percentage of the elements in the union of A and B are in the intersection of A and B? what percentage of the elements in the union of A and B are in the intersection. So the union of A and B, let's just write that, A union B includes everything that's in both A and B, which is 16 plus 6 plus 8. So that's 30. And the total number in the universal set, so just U, is, but that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for it relative to A intersect B. So A intersect B, we already did that, 6. So the percentage is 6 divided by 30 times 100. And that is 0, actually it's 20%. And final part D, percentage of the elements in the universe. So we know the denominator is 40, are in neither A or B. Okay, well that's 10. There are 10 that are in either A or B. Multiply by 100, and we get 25%. Okay, now we're going to have some word problems, I guess. Let's see. Now let's look at what was the one we just did? 58. So let's go to 61. At the end of the regular 2009 Major League Baseball season, the standings of the East Division of the American League were shown. Winning percentage is commonly expressed as the decimal rounded to the nearest thousandth. To find the winning percentage of a team, divide the number of wins by the total number of games played. Find the winning percentage of each team. Okay, so they give you the New York Yankees. So I'm going to just confirm that we know what we're doing. So the Yankees percentage is going to be the number 1 divided by the total number of games. So if you take 103 divided by 103 plus 59, that'll give you a decimal number, which they said is what they're looking at. You get 0.636, yeah. What you actually get is 0.6358, but we round that up to 0.636 because 8 is greater than 5, so you round 5 up to a 6. So that's how they got that one. So we can do all the rest of them now. Let's put in so Boston is going to be equal to 95 divided by, just kind of see if they ever had the same number of wins or not, but it doesn't look like they play the same total number of games. So we can't assume the denominator is always the same. So 95 divided by 95 plus 67. And you get 0.5864, which we round up to 0.58, or round to 0.586. Okay, next is Tampa Bay. They have 84 wins divided by the sum of the wins plus the losses. So we get 84 divided by 84 plus 79. And we get calculator, I'm going to carry out to one extra decimal, and I'll round it. 3 is less than 5, so we round down. Did I do something wrong here? Oh, I put 79 and not 78. So, my mistake. Just put my calculator wrong. So it's 78, not 79. Okay. So to 4 digits, it's 5185. We round up, and so it's 519. If this had been 4, then we round it down. And finally, we have Baltimore, call it BLT, and they have 64 wins divided by 64 plus 98. 64 divided by 64 plus 98. and you get 0.3951, which if we round to 3 decimal points is 0.395. Okay, let's go to 64. Work each problem involving percent. Find 38% of 12. So 12 is our number, 38%. Convert that to a decimal equivalent, and you get their answer. So 12 times 38 divided by 100 is 4.56. So that was 64. Let's go to 67. 67 is what percent of 30 is 45. So what percent of 30 is 45? 45 is greater than 30, so we should expect something larger. You might say, well, it's 30 divided by 45 because you think it's going to be a fraction, but you have to be careful. So since 45 is greater than 30, we actually got to have a percent greater than percentage greater. Now this will give us our decimal equivalent. We have to multiply by 100 to get in a percent. So you take 45 divided by 30 times 100, and you get 150%. $70. 12% of what number is 3,600? Okay, these kind of problems, you would say, what number is 12% of what number is 36? So you'd say 12%. That's your answer of what number is 3,600. So how you would set this up is you would say to get a percentage, you multiply by 100, and this is going to be 12% of 12. And so 3,600 is some number x. So 12% of what number, or this number gives you 12%. That's kind of the way you look at it. That's one way of doing it. The other way we would do it would be to take this number, divide by 0.1, divide by 0.12, which is ultimately what happens here. So if we solve for x, we multiply both sides by x, and we get 12x is equal to 3,600 times 100, divide both sides by 12, so you get 3,600 times 100 divided by 12. And the number is 3,600 times 100 divided by 12, and you get 30,000. The other way of doing it is you could take 3,600 and divide by the decimal equivalent of 12%. That would also give you 30,000. Okay, 73. Solve each problem involving percent increase or decrease. This is probably the hardest part. It says, after 1 year on the job, Grady got a raise from $10.50 per hour to $11.34 per hour. What was the percent increase in his hourly wage? So to go back to the book, and it says to find the percent increase from A to B, where B is greater than A, subtract A from B and divide this result by A. Okay. So what is A and B in this case? Okay, so in this case it says when B is greater than A. So B in this case is 1134. A is equal to 1050. So it says subtract A from B. That means B minus A, and you divide by A. So you have 1134 minus 1050 divided by 1050. So you take the difference divided by the original value, and you get a decimal equivalent, which would be 11.34 minus 10.50, which is 0.84, divided by 10.5, which is 0.08. That's the decimal, and you multiply by 100 to get the percentage, which would be 8%. So the 0.08 is the same as 8%. Let's go to 76. Between July 1, 2000 and July 1, 2007, the estimated population of Anchorage, Alaska grew from 32,391 to 320,391 to 362,340. What was the percent increase to the nearest tenth? So we take the new number, which is not, that's not the new number, that's the old number. So we take the new number, 362,340 minus 320,391 divided by the original number, which was 320,391. So that gives a decimal equivalent, and we multiply it by 100 to get into percent. So 362,340 minus 320,391, which is 41,949. Divide that by the original 320,391, and we get a decimal 0.131. So we multiply that by 100, and the answer we'll get is 13.09, which, since they're asking it to the nearest tenth, this would become 13.1% as our final answer. Okay, so let's stop there and we'll have one more.